One of the things that is really very useful to get an overall perspective is the COPD wallet card. Now, this one I didn't start with because it can be a little intimidating. Let's hit instructions here. And it just reminds you that this is an important way to keep your health information in one central location. And most of us have our phones with us most of the time. So if you went to the doctor's office, the emergency room, urgent care, hospital, wherever it is, this would be a way to have all that with you. Now, your wallet card locks every time you put something in it and get out of it. And I'm going to have Vinny show us how to unlock it in a minute. But I think we have to put something in first before we lock it, don't we, Vinny?
Yes, like I'm just going to add a couple of things and close it, and I'll show you how to unlock it.
All right, thank you. So let's click OK and add. Yeah, we don't need the phone and address. Let's go down to, yeah, you can do anything you want there. Yeah, let's say medication, my healthcare provider, okay, whoever it is. And, the flu vaccine, I got it. Good thing I did because you needed it because the flu's going around. And let's go down to the one with the medications yeah, that's great. I can add my medications in. You can add an item, and let's just say puffer, just put it that way for the moment. Great. And you can, as you can see, if you have 3 or 4 medications, you can add other COPD medications. You can add other medications, which is really nice. Maybe I take high blood pressure pill. We'll just say BP pill under the other medications. Fantastic. All right. So now do you want to show us how we lock it?
So locking it is just done when you leave this page. So if I were to click home, I'm back to my home menu. If I were to go back in the wallet card, it would tell me that it's locked. Now, you'll see that it says tap to authenticate with Face ID. There is no specific authentication process that you set within the app itself. It inherits that from the way you use your phone. So if you have an older phone and you have a PIN code that would say, enter your PIN code to authenticate. If you use a Touch ID with your thumbprint on a phone, it would ask you for your fingerprint. I happen to have Face ID set up with my phone, so it's going to use Face ID because that's how I have my phone set up. So I'm just going to tap the sentence that says tap to authenticate with Face ID. You'll see the little circle happen, and then it'll look at my face, and if I still look like me, it will open. And that's me.
You look like yourself still. And so the point of this is there's a lot of information here, and you may not want to do it all in one setting, and that's why it's important to know you can do part of it, and then you come back and lock it. Vinny, do you have other comments?
No other comments on the wallet card. I just think that, just to note that when you add something in, you would tap that little pencil that you see. You would enter in what you would put in, and then you would hit the check mark to save it, and it stores the data. And when you get out, it locks it, and that's how you get back in.
All right. And, and that gives you the opportunity to, add, maybe you hadn't had a CT scan or a CAT scan, you go to your doctor and you have it, then you can go back in and add your CT scan, or when you get your shingle shot, or when you get your spirometry, or when you go to pulmonary rehab, any of those things you can see, you can add them at the appropriate time. So
And
one
Barbara,
of the questions,
if I could just make comment on one thing, I want to make sure everybody got that point that when you tap the pencil, it allows you to edit. You see, I can't edit chest X-ray, and I'm tapping it because I didn't tap the pencil. So tapping the pencil unlocks that section, so it kind of protects you from accidentally clicking something that you didn't mean to do. And it's not going to save unless I hit that check mark there. So if I went back to home and came back in and I didn't hit that check mark there next to chest CT, it's not going to save what I edited. So it's just protections to make sure you don't overwrite or unintentionally edit something that you didn't want to do. So now I hit the check mark and you see that chest CT is off, and if I come back in, it would off. So the check mark is like a save. There's an edit and a save for each item. I just wanted to point that out.
oh, that's very important and very helpful. The app is protective against some of the things we do with our phones.